It is unfortunate that Elon Musk's Twitter has just been removed from the Apple App Store with immediate effect. Apple removing any other kind of app from its App Store never faces any uproar. However, when it comes to Elon Musk's Twitter, they are playing the wrong game. Why was Twitter removed from the App Store? Will it be reinstated in the App Store? And what can Elon Musk do about it? Join me today in this video where we will explore how Elon Musk's Twitter has just been removed from the Apple App Store. Elon Musk has not always been a fan of Apple, even though he has used some of their products. Loyal to his satirical self, this tech billionaire has tweaked Apple for years and seems to enjoy doing so. For years, Elon Musk has complained about Apple's App Store fees, which he says are ridiculously high. Well, that was in the past when he was doing that on behalf of the Tesla app, which by the way had no in-app purchases. Again in 2015, Musk was on Apple's tail teasing the company for taking rejected Tesla employees. He went further to call Apple Tesla's graveyard and many other sarcastic names. Apple's purported plan to build electric cars through a secretive project even made Musk's critics of the company much worse. As it is, the phone company has never shipped any cars since those claims were made, and we are not sure if Apple is just playing safe but has something under its sleeves. Apple has never released any sarcastic statements about Tesla, but seems that they are finally going to have the last laugh at the tech billionaire. Well, the saying goes that what goes around comes around. Elon Musk's criticisms of Apple came smashing back in his face when Apple decided to remove his most recent baby Twitter from its Apple Store. Now that Musk is a Twitter owner, he might have to start taking lessons on humility and collaboration, which are not his typical mannerisms. Elon Musk's critics shifted to Apple in a series of tweets in which he claimed Apple has also threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store. But they won't tell us why, he says, even though recent events at Twitter are pretty obvious. In another, the tech mogul vented about a secret 30% tax that Apple hauls on every developer on its App Store. Again, that might sound high, but it is the industry standard. Even YouTube takes 30% of its creators' income. He wasn't done till he launched a poll asking if Apple should publish all censorship actions it has taken that affect its customers. Of course, this was an outburst of Musk's frustration toward Apple, which has long since pulled most of its advertising from Twitter. Since Musk has acquired the social media platform, the company has seen some real dramatic changes. This includes a rise in hate speech from the platform, which has aroused billions of criticisms. Many advertisers have withdrawn from the platform as a result, leaving Elon Musk distraught with the weight of the financial burden the company must overcome. Apple is not making things any easier. The Apple App Store is the only way for Twitter to distribute its app to iPhone users. If this social media app is removed from the platform, Twitter might lose a significant network of its distributors, and that only spells out more losses for Twitter. By the time Musk was taking up Twitter, the social media platform was losing $5 million a day, having no profit and a ton of workers to pay, led Musk to fire about half of Twitter's employees. It's not clear why he paid $44 billion for a company that's losing $5 million a day. As this went into effect, several other changes were seen in the platform, most of which have tainted the platform's name. As always, Apple took action. This is not the first time Apple is banning an app from its stores. Well, there are a couple in Apple's ban list. Do you by chance remember the app Parler? You've probably not heard of it, as most people haven't. It's a social media platform known for promoting free speech, so they say, and contains users who've been banned from mainstream apps. So you know it was Twitter's small competitor. Well, Apple deplatformed Parler from its store, accusing it of fostering calls of violence following the raid on the US Capitol. Unlike the silent treatment that Apple has resorted to toward Twitter, Apple wrote to Parler, "Parler has not taken adequate measures to address the proliferation of these threats to people's safety. We have suspended Parler from the App Store until they resolve these issues." Previously, Apple gave Parler an ultimatum to remove the content violation of its policies and propose a new plan on how it would improve content moderation. The banned platform proposed some changes. However, Apple decided that its proposal wasn't sufficient to moderate the spread of dangerous content on the platform. We cannot blame Parler for being the kind of social media platform that it is. The platform is known to being more friendly towards conservative speech, with less stringent moderation, a trait that doesn't rhyme completely with Apple. On the same note, Epic Games was also banned from the Apple App Store. Apple accused the gaming app of creating support issues and directing its frustrated users to AppleCare. But this is not exactly what earned Epic Games a ban, when Epic Games decided to circumvent the 30% cut that Apple loaded on each developer for the App Store payments. It was kicked out. Epic Games introduced support for direct payments in Fortnite, a move that moved Apple's hand to click the ban button. Well, the ban button did not affect Epic Games directly. However, when you have it on your PC, you won't be able to access Epic Games' recent updates. It seems that diverging from the 30% cut from Apple is a grave move for such a powerful OS. So far, we've talked about 2 apps that are not as popular. But what if I told you that Spotify, the all-time favorite music app that is now in a feud mire with Apple? As we know it, Spotify is quite a serious competitor to Apple's Apple Music. The music streaming platform recently brushed shoulders the wrong way with Apple for dodging Apple's billing system. As a result, Apple turned down any new version of the app while citing that Spotify wants to use the app to acquire new customers and sell subscriptions. This is quite the behavior that Apple has to downsize its competitors. But truth be told, Apple is notably strict on its policies and tends to be too rigid if compared with Google and its other competitors. Google, for instance, does not require a billing system like Apple, which charges about 15 to 30% of those that use it. Unfortunately, Twitter seems to be following the same track as Parler, Spotify, and Epic Games. We cannot be surprised that it would just land similar bans. However, with Twitter, the whole world will know thanks to the fact that Elon Musk has made a name for himself in social lines. Twitter is likely to fall out of Apple's store for 3 main reasons. First, Apple's policies require user-generated content such as Twitter to have a strong content moderation framework in place, and it makes sense why they would require this. However, since Elon Musk acquired Twitter just a few months ago, content moderation has been poorly handled. Many Twitter criticisms agree on the poor content moderation on Twitter. In just a few months, the level of hate speech and misinformation on the platform has risen at exponential rates, and it's impossible to ignore the glaring reality. To make matters even worse, Twitter currently doesn't have enough staff to look into the problem of misinformation. While this might be just manifesting to a lesser degree on the platform, Apple doesn't take chances when it comes to prioritizing the safety of its users, as they shouldn't. We are not sure how Elon Musk will moderate the content on his platform, but one thing is clear, he is going to have a hard time doing things. When he reinstated the former bans on the platform, he just made the perfect recipe for disaster. Maybe there's a reason they were banned in the first place. Reinstating these people doesn't guarantee that they will or have reformed their former ways. They could just add to the already messed up Twitter and push Apple to ban the app from its Apple App Store. Then secondly, Elon Musk has been bitterly complaining about Apple's 30% fees that Apple hauls over its developers. If Elon Musk tries to do Epic Games, we can be sure that Apple won't hesitate to ban it from its platform. Otherwise, the 2 CEOs have never had a bromance from which we can bank. That being the case, it won't be difficult for Tim Cook to finally kick out Twitter from the platform. Anyhow, Elon Musk has got to be careful about the discoverable trails of adult content on its platform. Twitter might fall afoul of Apple's policy that adult content should not be discoverable by default. Elon Musk's social media platform remains one of the main social media networks that allows adult content, opening the gray areas of App Store delays. Apple, on the other hand, has some employees whose major work is to review each app and update that goes on each platform. Do you think they will miss seeing Twitter's weakness in regulating adult content? You can bet they won't. Apple will definitely do this without thinking twice, since Elon Musk will tend to pose tricky competition for Apple with what he's planning to introduce on Twitter in the long run. Remember how Elon Musk was obsessed with WeChat some time back? Well, he's definitely going to introduce a sort of Twitter payment method, something he's directly borrowed from WeChat, which will in many ways disrupt Apple Pay. We cannot forget the fact that Elon Musk was the mastermind behind PayPal, an online payment option that is popular among many business lines. If he was able to pull such an influential payment app when the internet was just getting popular, how much more can he do now that tech is so far advanced? And we know that Apple is not always kind to its competitors. Look at what they did to Epic Games. It was expected as the Apple App Store was featuring a Fortnite competitor, PUBG. In the past, we have seen how Apple abuses its market power to remain at the top of its competitors. For Musk, who wants to rise above Apple and its stores, he will receive a ban at the slightest provocation of Apple policies. That means that Twitter will only remain for Android users. Whatever turns out, we know that Elon Musk can use that to pull something interesting that will leave Apple in shock. Watch out for Musk. Do you think Elon Musk should come up with his own operating system after his Twitter app was removed from the Apple App Store? Feel free to share your views in the comment section below. Anyways guys, if you want to see more interesting videos, click the video right above. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications enabled so you don't miss out on the latest Elon Musk news.